Welcome back, guys, to the Mesh Network pre-weekly technicals. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and get yourselves over to the pre-Mesh Telegram group. Links are all down below in the description. We update our TA through the week, mention any fundamentals that are coming up. I say, guys, it's a free group, so no reason not to be in there. Get yourselves over there, check it out. But yeah, we jump into gold US dollar. As we know, if you've been keeping up to date with our videos, guys, over the last few weeks, we've been mentioning with gold, it's been very choppy, been very indecisive at the minute. Obviously, around this, still trading below this 2K area that we're all waiting to see it break, but it's going to take some volume, it's going to take some fundamentals to break that 2K. Obviously, with it being August at the minute, I'd be surprised if we broke it in the summer months with the low volume. Just obviously mentioned this 2K area. We've not had any closures above that yet on the monthly. But just want to mention on the monthly, when we've had these rejections in the past, we've seen a lot of bearish volume come into the market, as you can tell from previous historic price action. But what you can see, which is it's a little bit different this time around. Sorry. What we see is a little bit different this time around, as we've seen this rejection as we have in the past. So this is a monthly chart. So we've seen this rejection of 2K, and we've seen this big bearish move to the downside. Once again, price came back up, give us this rejection, massive move to the downside. So we had this double top area and then this move to the downside. Now, this previous top, we had this tweezer top, these big wicks to the upside at the same area. So we've got like a triple top area. But as you can see yourself, price, it hasn't given us this big bearish move to the downside. Once we've got a rejection of that area, we've seen a rejection and then we've seen a move to the downside, but we're seeing this previous month structure and this area around 1940, which, as you can see on the monthly, it's an important area of supply and demand. We've had support and resistance. You see the size of them, which to the upside, there's a lot of supply and demand at this 1940 area. So just as I was talking about them, we had this potential triple top, but price hasn't given us this massive bearish move to the downside like it has previous times. We've approached this 2K area and failed to close above it. So we've seen this more organic structure. We've seen this nice organic structure come up into this area before we got this rejection that we just spoke about, which is also at the same area. We've got this previous double top. But like we're saying here, what's a little bit different is we haven't seen this massive rejection. We've seen a pullback into this area where we've seen previous structure around 1930 before called 1900 flat. We've seen a pullback into this area, which, as you can see, resistance, support is now acting as support. So we have had this rejection of this area, but we haven't had this big bearish move to the downside. We've had this bearish move, but it's still bullish structure overall in the sense these areas are maintained. Do you know what I mean? Like these previous highs have not been broken. They're still acting as support, and 1900 flat is we're still trading above that. So we're getting this bit of consolidation, but as you can see, price is trading above 1940, which, like I say, it's just a bit different than the previous rejections and the massive amount of bearish volume we've got come into the market. So it's just interesting to me that we're seeing gold. It's the bears are selling it, but the buyers are willing to buy at this price. So we could say 1900. If we start to break below 1900, then we could potentially see big moves to the downside. But with 1900 holding at the minute and 1940 holding, then potentially we could start seeing a move back up into that 2K. But as mentioned before, with it being the summer months, I don't think we're going to get this big break and retest and this big move at the minute, because it is going to take some fundamentals and a lot of volume in the market to get above that 2K. But yeah, just previous monthly candle, a little bit indecisive, wick to the upside, wick to the downside. But I say we did close above that previous candle and we did close above that 1940 area. Current monthly candle, 25 days till closure. It's not telling us a massive amount, obviously, with it being so far from closure, but we are seeing this wick to the downside, which we're seeing price trading above 1940 with this small wick to the downside, suggesting that we could start to be establishing support on that at that 1940 area. So if we go down into the weekly time frame, let's have a look at that now. So monthly, so I'd still say we're bullish on the monthly, with a bit of a complex pullback. Yeah, so we go down ish. Excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, so we go down into the weekly time frame. So we're still bullish on the monthly, bit of a complex pullback, but with us trading above that 1940 area, still bullish. If we look on the weekly, it's just indecisive. Really, it's very choppy at the minute. So we were bullish up until this point, and then we broke this structure point, came down, retested this area at 1940 that we're mentioning, and then we've had a confirmation of the breakdown of 1980 with this. You see this big wick to the upside, came back up, tapped it, and then we've seen a move, break of this weekly trend line, but coming back, grabbing liquidity at this 1900 area. 1900 flat has been an important area of value, as we've mentioned on gold previously. And then we're starting to see this pullback up into this range. So we're seeing a bit of an, as you can see from that, we're seeing a bit of an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So I'd like to see if price can break this 1900 area, establish support potentially, but I don't really see that happening at the minute. I don't see the 2K being able to break at the minute. So potentially ranging within this area for now. Consolidation on gold is what's potential when we look at these charts. So if 1940 can maintain support, then we could take trades up into 2K. But like we say, it's not much. Yeah, it's quite a big range. Like I say, we could look to trade from establishing support at 19. What's it daily? As you can see, just very choppy as we've been mentioning over the last few weeks. So we've got a bit of a range between 1980 and 1940, which then we've broke, and we've had that range between 1900 and 1940 that we've been mentioning. And then price is broken back above 1940, and it's continued to trade within that range. So just looking off this daily chart, we can expect price to, if we maintain trading above 1940 and we establish support, yeah, we could look for longs back to 1980 before trading in this range. If we do break out of that range, look to take trades, rejection in 1980 before taking shorts back to 1940. Potential break of 1940 brings us down to the slower end of this range. But once again, guys, I like to trade. Obviously, the trend is your friend. I like to trade with the trend. Trading these ranging markets, it can be quite profitable. I like to say I'm a breakout trader personally, so I like to see the breaks of these areas, and then we see the high volatility, high volume into the market. Those are the high probability trades I like to take. But when we're seeing this kind of price action, we can look to trade the range, but just make sure you're building your confidence, guys. Make sure you're taking the highest probability trades, quality over quantity always. But yeah, very choppy on gold at the minute. I'd like to see what happens this Thursday and Friday. We have heavy fundamentals on the US dollar. And we have CPI month on month, year on year. We have quite a bit coming out Thursday and Friday. So we've got potential to break a bit of this consolidation, give us some bias and take trades. But like I say, if this area establishes resistance, I'll be looking to take shorts down to 1900. If we establish support here, could potentially take longs up to 1900. But once again, guys, make sure you build your confidence if you are trading gold. It has been very choppy. And get yourselves over the free mesh Telegram group, guys. All our TA gets updated through the week. We drop any fundamentals in there, and it's a free group, guys. So just get yourselves over, check it out, get in there and have a little look, see what you think. But there's a comment as well, guys. Any other pairs that you want us to analyze, or just let us know. Let us know what you think of the TA. But yeah, that's it for gold this week. Thanks a lot for checking out the video.